Yo, 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 yo. Well, I actually need to close those up. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. What it do? Hope everybody's doing well. It's good to see you. After our Wednesday day off, our weekly day off, we'll be back to some soup. You did it! Yo, soup! Let's go! Let's go, dude! Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, dude. Let's go. Righteous, dude. That's awesome. Yo, I love it. Love to hear it. Yeah. Let's go, dude. Not impossible. Not impossible, obviously. Not for you, broski. Not for you, my friend. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Sometimes you just need a break, too. Sometimes, like I said, dude, like the struggles continue for a while and it just kind of breaks you down mentally. So sometimes it's like if you just take a break, sometimes you need sleep. It just depends. Sometimes you just need to take a break, do something else. Sometimes you need to sleep. But it works, dude. It really does. You just keep persevering and get your way through. That's why, dude, I play games the way I play games. I play games in a very challenging way most of the time. I'm not the best video game player in the world by far, not even close, but I like a challenge. I enjoy hard games. And so, I've lived through that kind of sentiment many times in games. So I knew you'd get it, dude. That's so sick. I'm super stoked for you, man. Awesome. I knew you were struggling with that, dude. That's awesome. I knew you'd get it, man. Happy Thursday, friendo. It's good to see you. Super happy. Yo, it's random mode time already, by the way. Yeah, no doubt, buddy. No doubt. For sure. I'll match that emote, and I'll see you I'll see you an emote. There you go. Yo, it's random mode time. Yo, I changed the random modes up too. All right, so if anybody notices, you can now win a sub by either matching the sub that Stream Elements pushes out or my own emote. Not enough coffee yet, sorry. So, you can win a sub either on Kappa Claus or Jabasted. There you go. So, we've changed random mode up. It is now you can win on either one of those emotes now. Not just the one that Stream Elements gets. And I'll still give out a sub if I match. So, that's awesome, Soup. I'm so happy that you got it, friendo. That's great. That's great, dude. Perseverance, dude. Yeah. Pushing through it. I love it. Love to hear it. Love to see it, man. You're so stoked too. I love that. That's great, man. That's great. Yo, can you like take a screenshot of your achievement and like throw it in Discord or something? Yeah. Show it off, dude. That's what the Discord's for, man. Show off flex on us a little bit. You know what I mean? Flex on us. Show us what you got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what the Discord's for a little bit. You know what I mean? Share your achievements, show off some of your gaming stuff, as well as just, continuing to allow us to be a community outside of the live stream stuff. But yeah, show it off, dude. Show it off. Main channel. Put it in the tavern. That's what it's for, man. Yeah. That's super cool, man. Super cool. Let's get back to this here. I hope everybody's doing very well. Obviously, Soup is elated. I am psyched for Soup, too. That's great, dude. I know you were struggling with that. We're going to do video gaming news. We'll cover the anything that's happened from the 26th through the 28th, since the stream was down yesterday for our normal day off. I've got a few new articles up on the YouTube channel, if you want to go take a look at some of those. I've got some video gaming news segments, full video gaming news segments over the past week that will be live later today or by tomorrow morning. but I do have some new articles, just specific things out of the news segments that are live on YouTube now. If you guys want to check those out, those are up. Other than that, dude, we're going to play some more BG3 today. It's going to be Baldur's Gate 3 with our dude. My name is Pinky. We're going to have some fun. It'll be day 30. Day 30 of playing Baldur's Gate 3, man. We're really trucking along, but it'll be fun to be back in there. We've only got one day left of Alan Wake 2, so at some point we'll finish that up. And but today will be more BG3. Cool. Let's go. Let's do this, man. Let's get in here and let's start diving into what we got for video gaming news. Cool. Let's go. Cool. All right, man. So you can see I've got our dates set up for the 26th through the 28th. Try to cover anything we might have missed between finishing the news on the 26th and today, okay? Let's go ahead and start out with this as well. Look, man, you've got Cursed to Golf is your free game right now on Epic Games. Here, let me make this a little bit easier to see. Let's get those times in there too. Cursed to Golf is your free game right now on Epic. This game will no longer be available in about 3.5 hours, okay? So at that point, this game will go away, and we will get our next mystery game from the holiday giveaway on Epic, all right? So do yourselves a favor. Go grab your free games. It's a no-brainer. I am a broken record on this, but we live in a very expensive world for most people nowadays with gaming and what it costs people, you know? And it doesn't make any sense for people to not be taking advantage of this opportunity for free software. You know, they've been giving away, Epic normally gives away, you know, mediocre to very, very, very good high-end AAA games. And it's no different through this holiday period either. We've already seen the likes of things. Let me pull it up. I've got a list here. We've already seen the likes of things like the Outer Worlds collection, all the DLC in the base game, Ghostwire Tokyo, Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition. We've seen Legacy collection of DLC for Destiny 2, DNF Duel. We've seen a lot of great games, and that's just kind of the tip of the iceberg there. They've given away Human Resource Machine, Cursed to Golf, a number of other ones as well. But again, it's really a no-brainer. Especially if you're already a PC gamer, you should be grabbing these games. It's free software. It doesn't cost you anything at all but a couple of minutes of time to create an account and log in every single day right now during the holiday period and grab these free games. It's not going to last much longer, and then we'll be back to the weekly giveaways. Right now it's every 24 hours for the next roughly, I don't know, 5 or 6 days, I think. But then it'll be back to the normal weekly giveaways. But you should still be grabbing them even during the weekly stuff. They still give away a lot of great games throughout the year. And even if you're not a PC gamer right now, you should be at least entertaining the idea of becoming a PC gamer. I truly feel that PC gaming is a more consumer-friendly area to be in for people that like to play video games. And in the event you do become a PC gamer in the future, you'll already have a library of games to play off of, man. So just grab these games. You don't have to have the app. You don't have to have the Epic app. You can just log in on their website or whatever, go to their store on the website, grab the games. It's a no-brainer. Just do it, man. Just do it. All right. We've got PlayStation Plus's monthly games for January. We're going to try to stay away from some biased information here. Let's go to IGN for it. My dude. What's up, bro? Yo, what it do, homie? Let's going on? How was the holidays, dude? All good, all good. Family well? We'll take a look at that. Very chill, nice, dude. Love to hear it, man. Florida, we've talked about it. I'm not diving into this, dude. All right. That's what my New Year's is going to be. My New Year's Day. So, again, PSA. Oh, wait. What? Wait, he got your old and a new PC as well? Wait, what? He was like doing like chants and dancing around. That's what I picture automatically. Like chanting to the PC gods, you know, like doing a dance and stuff. Bro, that's funny, man. Oh, it's just one PC. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. So your old PC being his new PC, I thought that maybe he got like your old PC and also a brand new PC or something. But I see what you're saying, dude. Yeah, that's cool. He was super stoked though, dude. He was really stoked. That's awesome, man. That's got to make you feel good, yeah. Yeah, that's cool, dude. That's cool. Right on. Is he like cuddling it, keeping it warm and stuff? And he's like, oh my god. Yeah, we've talked about those a little bit already, Soup. I'll probably touch on it again today since I wasn't live yesterday. I'll touch on it again today, but yeah, about every eShop. Yeah, so I mean, whether you want to talk about basically, yeah, dude. Well, I know those vibes, dude. I feel those. I still feel like that whenever I'm like building a new PC and stuff. I'm just like I'm like a giddy little kid, dude. I'm like, ah, you know what I mean? I still get those vibes, dude. Yeah, so there's like whether you want to talk about console eShops, you know, for like Nintendo or Xbox or PlayStation, or whether it's PC, dude, PC, there are so many, right? So you're talking about like Steam, Epic, GOG, there's, you know, obviously some other ones in the form of like Green Man Gaming, Fanatical, you've got other specific ones for like Ubi, basically everybody is doing a holiday, New Year's, winter sale, you know what I mean? So we've hit on a lot of it already, and we'll probably touch on a little bit more of it today, but people should just know that like it's a pretty solid time to buy if you've had anything in your sights as far as gaming is concerned all the way around. It can be especially software, but you can still get peripherals, you can still get hardware on sale and stuff too, so you just need to, you know, look around. Whatever you're looking for, basically every platform has nice sales going on right now, and they'll be lasting through like about the 4th through the 6th of January. So you just have to go take a look and find what you want for whatever platform you're looking for, you know. I don't know. We've touched on a lot of it. It's hard to hit on all of it because it's just so much. There's a ton, you know. But there is a lot to be had. And if you got gift cards, if you got, you know, extra money that just you've been waiting to spend on specific content or whatever, it's not a bad time to invest right now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm glad, you know, like the handheld devices that are being made now are all being basically the more modern ones, and the Switch will be this way, or the Switch, the new Nintendo hardware will be this way too. It'll have a bigger battery in it, which is nice. All the new mobile gaming devices coming out have like with the big 50 watt batteries in them, you know, for longer play time. Yeah, I think it will. OLED has become quite affordable as opposed to like whenever the Switch first released, right? You can even see like it's much cheaper for manufacturers to incorporate into their products. Well, I mean, it used to be pricey. It's not nearly as pricey anymore as it was. But I mean, that's the evolution of technology, right? It's the same thing with like hard drives. It used to be, you know, which is one of the reasons that mobile devices have become so easy for the gaming industry now, right? Solid state drives are so much cheaper than they used to be. Right, exactly. Yeah, like, because everything used to basically, like, it was so much cheaper to build stuff on a hard disk drive, right, an HDD. And then solid state drives became cheaper and cheaper and cheaper to where, especially if you're talking about like really 1.5 terabytes or below, the price difference between those is like negligible anymore, you know. And obviously, if you still need like mass storage, hard disk drives are going to be cheaper than a solid state drive is. But under that, it's gotten really pretty negligible, about the same price. And so same thing with OLEDs. That's why you see things like the Switch came out with an OLED version that's not really that much more expensive. The we just saw the Steam Deck come out with an OLED version, and that's all they're going to be producing from now on. And basically they just took the price of all their old versions down, right? And that's not the only upgrade. It was OLED version, which also consumes less battery, a bigger battery, a couple of other additions. So they overall enhanced the new Steam Deck, you know, or they enhanced the Steam Deck, not the new Steam Deck, but they enhanced the Steam Deck, and the older version, the original version is going to be going away, which is why it's cheaper now. But the OLED, I don't think there's really any chance that they don't come out with an OLED screen on the new Nintendo hardware. I really don't. It's just become too cheap to incorporate, personally. But it depends on what they're trying to hit with it. What size screen? What kind of frames are they trying to get out of it? I don't think they'll be trying to hit anything over 60. So I think it'll be easy for them to get an OLED screen with hitting 60 hertz out of it, stuff like that. Yeah, and I mean, you would hope that, well, and again, I think the new Nintendo hardware will be incorporating a much larger battery. So it'll also have more modern hardware in it, which will be more energy consuming. It won't be something up there like the Asus ROG Ally or anything, or the Lenovo Legion Go, you know what I mean? But it will be more modern. So I mean, we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. You would like to see a fast charging in it, you know? I don't think so. Nah. They're so far behind. They're so far. They've needed new hardware. The thing is, we know that a new one's coming. We've known a new one's coming for a while because collaborators have had their hands on the technology and stuff. It's been pretty evident. You know, if you just keep your eye on the world of gaming, it's been pretty evident that they've been coming with new hardware for a while. And it was pretty. There've been enough things, telltale signs really, to show that it was coming this coming year. Yeah. So, in my opinion, we should have had new Nintendo hardware a couple of years ago. Their hardware is so outdated. But at the same time, it's a business, and Nintendo has continued to sell plenty of Switches, and therefore they've not really found, you know, they haven't found themselves in the position business-wise to need to rush that, right? So that's why we're not getting one until now. but I do think that we'll have it by late summer, early August. Yo, Pinky, dude, I got caught up in some stuff yesterday. Dude, I was watching your little montage of TF2 stuff, dude. That was pretty good. You were roasting folks, man. Roasting some folks, man. That was a pretty nice little montage, dude. Well, that's because, look, Nintendo and they still haven't really been super forthcoming about, you know, giving us information about it. You know, a lot of what we have is not official. A lot of what we have is leaked, kind of speculative information. Again, there are a lot of collaborators that have had their hands on the new hardware already, which is why we know it's coming. They've been developing software for it already. Just like. All right, sorry. And I mean, you got to understand too, like Nintendo is really, really one of the better companies at holding information close to the vest, if you will. You know, they even with their like Nintendo Direct showcases, dude, we don't find out about those until, if anything, like a day before. They don't like people to know when they're releasing information, and they do a very good job of keeping it in-house most of the time. They're pretty good about that, you know? Whereas a lot of these other companies try, but they're not very good at it. I had to cut out like 10-minute discussion with 3 people. If you were cheating or not. Oh no! Octavius! That's one of our new mascots, you know. We got to keep Octavius up there. That's our little octopus kraken friendo. I don't know if he's an octopus or a kraken. I'm gonna go with kraken. Yeah. So that's funny, dude. Yeah, I assume that you get that. I mean, we've talked about it too. I know that you get people trying to say that stuff about you all the time, because you've just got, your skills are insane in that game, dude. It's crazy. Looks like there's a deal on an Acer Nitro 34-inch gaming monitor. We'll see what the price is on that bad boy for everybody. Might be interested. The new Steam Best of 2023 feature shows which games made the most money this year. Interesting. Let's take a quick peek at that. What? Dude, you've got... Dude, is that a real Kappa right there? Or are you trolling me? Are you trolling me? Is that a real Kappa? Or are you being for real, dog? There's no way. Shut up, bro. Destiny 2 is first place? What the flip, dude? What? Bro, that just adds to the shenanigans going down at Bungie and Sony, dude. Oh my god. Oh, we got some things to talk about. Yo, where is we'll take a look at it too, but yo, where's Modern Warfare 3 at? Do you know? Do you have it up? Yeah, dude, yeah. That's what I figured. Yeah, I knew. That's why I figured you were either trolling me super hard or you were like, oh, he's gonna really eat this up, dude. God dang, dude. Jesus. That's disgusting. Oh, no. Final Fantasy XIV director wants cloud gaming to end the console wars. Let's read this, dude. How fashion has influenced video games? How about how video games have influenced fashion? Did anybody watch the award shows this year? It looked like everybody was trying to like dress up like they were jumping straight out of a video game, dude. It was wild, dude. They have a bunch of CODs at 7th position. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I know that Modern Warfare 3 is very quickly becoming, yeah. Oh, it's Modern Warfare 3 at number 7. Yeah, I know that Modern Warfare 3 is in the gaming industry as a whole very quickly becoming the best-selling game of the year, which is just so stupid. I've got an article on the YouTube channel about it. I mean, you know, you've heard me rant about that. It's just so gross, dude. It's just disgusting to see. That's why I was wondering where it was on Steam with how much money it had made, you know. It's a huge game for consoles too, though, which is why all the way around it's becoming like the best-selling game. It's just so disgusting to see that. Oh, here we go. Yo, Metacritic reveals the 10 worst rated video games of 2023. Is this just for Xbox, though? Okay, no, I don't think it is. Yeah, that's gonna be fun to look at. Let's look at that, dude. I think we can probably call out a lot. I got a quick peek already at some that are on there, but I knew they would be. Like, the only one I really saw was Gollum. We knew Gollum would be on there, you know. We can probably call out some other ones, yeah. Oh, this is cool, dude. I asked this of everybody, and I mean, feel free to comment again if you didn't hear me ask everybody this the other day. What was like your favorite gamer gift ever? Really, what I asked everybody was like, what's your most nostalgic like holiday gamer like this time of holiday? Or it could be anything really, you know. I guess mine falls during this time, like Christmas time, you know. But what's your most nostalgic, like, gift or whatever? Yeah. Yo, McSplash, whatever. Or McSplash, the Game Boy? Dude, that's a... Who else said that? One of our other community members, was it... It wasn't fair. I think it was maybe Sayek. Was it Sayek that said Game Boy? What up, McSplash? How you doing, buddy? Dude, mine's PS1, dude. I mean, I got a Game Boy hanging out right behind me, dog. Mine still works and everything. So Game Boy was a big deal for me, but there was nothing like I had a Christmas where I got a PS1 and I wasn't expecting it. I wanted it really bad. I wanted a PS1 really bad. And I wasn't expecting it because I didn't grow up with a lot of money or anything, and I wasn't expecting it really, but my parents pulled it off, dude. And they got me a PS1 with Final Fantasy VII, and Jesus, Oh yeah. So I I got a I've got a lot of like nostalgic kind of video game related holidays and stuff like that, you know. But my biggest one is PlayStation 1 on a Christmas. Got PlayStation 1 on a Christmas with Final Fantasy 7. Took the console. I mean, I'll never forget opening it up and just being out of my mind, dude. Just out of my mind. I wanted Final Fantasy 7 so bad, and I, you know, and a PlayStation 1, and got both of them, and I just couldn't believe it, dude. And then took it to my grandparents' house because we were going to my and me and my cousin that was a couple years older than me, we played it all day long, dude. All day long in one of their my grandparents' bedrooms, man. They had an extra TV. And I had that thing hooked up, dude. We were playing all day long, man. It was insane. So good, dude. Incredible. That was by far like my biggest one. But I mean, dude, I remember having like all kinds of different, you know, for like
Now that we're friends, is it okay if I pet you?
Holy crappers. Look at this dude. Thanks, dude. What are you doing, bro? What the crap?
Vault Chaplain 707 just gifted 2 subs.
What the crappers, dog? Look at the emote explosions, bro. Holy crappers, dude. Yo, dude. Vault, what up, man? What are you doing, brother? Thanks, man. Really appreciate it, dude. What's going on? What's up with the gifties, dog? You just feeling generous, homie? You usually are, but GTA 5 on Switch win? No, dude. Never. You got RDR1. GTA 5 is a bit different than RDR1, though, isn't it? Well, I guess it's not really. Not really. That's about the same time frame, huh? Oh, yo. Yo, thanks, Doc. Yeah, no, I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I really appreciate you. You've been that's just a little, you know, it wasn't much. It was just a little thank you for everything you've done and contributed here in the community, and you've been a huge part of what we've done over the past year, man. So you absolutely deserved. It's not much, dude. It's just me trying to show appreciation. There, you know, you've been modding around here. You've been contributing in the news stuff all the time, and you give out subs to people and stuff. And you're a big part of what we do, man. So it's just not even a thing, Doug. It's not even a thing. I appreciate you, man. Felt that about the Xbox and Rainbow days, dude. I've still got my Xbox One. You know, I've still got my Xbox One McSplash, dude. My favorite game ever on Xbox One was SSX Tricky, dog. Bro, it's trick to rock around is tricky. Dude, that game was a banger. Son, dude, I used to play that game so much, I would get blisters on my thumbs, man. Yeah, for sure, Vault. Absolutely, brother. Yeah, and thanks, man. You didn't need to do that just because, you know what I mean? But I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, so if people have been very generous here lately with gift subs and stuff, and if anybody's gotten a gift sub, I would prompt you to reach out and just say thank you. People don't have to do that kind of thing, and it's you know, just out of the goodness of their hearts to try and support the community and and get more people involved in what we do here, and you know, it's appropriate to reach out and say thank you. Show a little bit of some consideration there, you know. Appreciate you, Vault. Yeah, dude. Xbox was a killer console, actually. I loved it. The only thing I hated about it was that, man, the CD drives, dude, with the lens would burn up in those CD drives, the optical drives, all the time. As a matter of fact, mine's broken right now. I need to replace the optical drive in my original Xbox. I think it's my only vintage console right now that doesn't work. But dude, I've got like Fable on there. SSX tricky. I've got some old Mortal Kombat stuff. What are some of the other games I have on there still? Dude, I loved the original Xbox, man. I loved it. Yeah. It ran on the PS3. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's what I was thinking too, Soup. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if Rockstar really cares to do that, to be honest with you. I don't know, Soup. Had a friend whose OG caught on fire. Dude, that was the big deal with the flipping the 360s, wasn't it? The 360s big deal was the overheating, right? The red ring, yeah, dude. Yeah, because dude, the heat sinks in those were not nearly big enough. The heat sinks weren't big enough, so they would just red ring all the time, dog. Yeah, that's why I didn't buy one, because I was just like, I on release, they were having a ton of issues, and I was like, dude, I'm not. After all, because dude, I had to replace like 2 or 3 optical drives in my Xbox One just because the lenses in those optical drives would burn up all the time. And you'd have to replace and I was like, dude, this is crap. And then when the 360 came out and they were having all the red rings, I was like, dude, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. You waited outside for the 360? Yo, McSplash, word. Yeah, I respect it, dude. Yeah. PS3's heat sink wasn't enough in the metal. Oh, Vault. Yeah, I remember when the original PS3s first came out, they were having a lot of issues. But dude, I have a Model 1. I have a Model 1 PS3, but I got it after they kind of sorted out all the issues. Like mine has backwards compatibility on it. It's the 80 gig though, so I've only got backwards compatibility, I think, for the what is it? Is it PS1 or PS2? One of them was for the 80 gig model. The PS3 was backwards compatible for hardware chip for one and software based for the other, and then it got patched out for the software based one. I can't remember. I think it's still compatible for PS1 but not PS2, I think, is maybe what it is. Maybe it's the other way around. I can't remember right now. I think that's the way it is though. But dude, I've never had to repair my PS3 ever, and dude, it's still rocking. We've got it hooked up. We use it as a Blu-ray player still and everything. Dude, I've never, ever had to touch that bad boy. Oh, for real? Yeah, yeah. Dude, my PS3 is still chugging along. And I put hours on that thing. It required an oven? What? That's insane, dog. I'm just going to leave him off till we start gaming. I keep blowing him off of there. Here, we'll put him up here. That's Octavius, the Emperor. I don't even remember how much memory they have exactly. They were good. I mean, honestly, dude, PS3 is the last PlayStation console I bought. I started getting really tired of that's where I really started to notice the console side of gaming really started getting gross to me after PS3, all the way around, not just for PlayStation but for all the console makers. I started seeing a really gross side of gaming and the way they treated consumers and stuff like that, and I really started getting to where all I would do is play PC games for the most part. For the most part, you know. 256 megs, nice, dude, nice. Yeah, I mean, technology's come a long ways, but PS3 was a long time ago, dog. When was PS3? Jesus, what was the release date of the PS3? It had to be like mid to late 2000s. Yeah, 2005, 2006. That's what I was thinking. Something like that, right? I think, yeah, it was like somewhere around there. Mid to late 2000s, They're going to be hitting 20 years before too long. Oh, yeah, mixed play. Yeah, I talk about that a lot. You know, like the baseline is like 7 years, right? So you'll get a console will be out for roughly 7 years before you'll get the next generation that comes out. There's a baseline. It can vary up and down a little bit, but that's usually the way it works, right? Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, you can go back and look at all the console releases, and major console releases, anyways, and they tend to stick to that kind of baseline. Some have been a little bit shorter, some have been a little bit over that, but it's usually right around 7 years. Yeah. Let's keep going. Let's see what we can find here. It's good to see everybody, man. Yo, again, Vault, thanks very much, buddy. I really appreciate it, dog. Thanks for the gifties, brother. The finals is still suffering under the weight of cheaters. Has anybody tried the finals yet? I've heard good things, but I've heard a lot of cheating going on in there too, man. We talked about this. Yo, again, I'm not going to elaborate anymore, but dude, you've got 2 hours and 48 minutes left to grab Cursed Golf before it's going to go away, and we'll have our new Epic Game Store game giveaway for the next 24 hours. So go get your free game, dude. It's a no-brainer. Just go grab it. Let's look at our other search. What up, reject? I knew where that was going as soon as I started reading it, dude. What's up, buddy? What it do, bruh? Happy Thursday, man. Let's take some sports stuff out of here real quick. Let's do this. And we'll see what we get. And we talked about all the whole China stuff. If you don't know, I'll TLDR this for you. China, at the beginning of the week, imposed more regulations on the gaming industry within their country, which basically said a lot of things like they weren't going to allow a lot of the monetization mechanics that had been going on in gaming up to this point. Things like buying into packages, like playing a game, say, like you'll see it a lot of times, especially in mobile games, right? You'll play a mobile game, they'll have like buy this monthly pack, right, for how much ever real world money, real life money, and then if you log in every day, you'll get bonuses because you bought this pack. They were eliminating that kind of stuff. They were trying to say that people could only spend so much money on these kinds of games. People could only put so much money in their wallets for games, stuff like that. There was a lot of different regulations that came about, and dude, the gaming industry in China, across the world, like these Chinese gaming corporations based out of China, like Tencent, NetEase, all these big ones, their stock just plummeted, dude. It just got wrecked. And we all know, we've seen over the past couple of years especially, China's put a heavy restrictions and regulations on the gaming industry, with things like anybody under 18 can only play online for like a handful of hours a week or something. There's been stuff where basically any kind of developer and publisher can't publish games without a permit from the government, and the government's only giving out, on average, it seems like about 40 permits every 4 to 5 months. So there's just this huge bottleneck of all these games coming out of China that are ready to be released, but they're just stuck in this bottleneck because the government doesn't want to give out permits, you know? And so basically, as soon as China realized that they had affected like Tencent and NetEase and a lot of their other gaming developers and publishers within their country, they affected their stock so terribly by these new regulations, they started approving a bunch of games real fast to try to compensate for it. We'll see what happens moving forward, but we addressed it between basically Friday of last week was when we first got word of the regulations, and then Tuesday was where we heard that China was trying to compensate by approving a bunch of games now and stuff. And we've touched on it. That's your TLDR, man. We'll keep track and see what happens, okay? But it's a rough look right now for any developer and publisher out of China, man. I think that you have to at least be prepared for that, McSplash. I've got, you know, like I'll give you, I've touched on it a little bit, and we can address that for a moment. Here, take a look. Like this is an article out of our news segment from back in November, where basically the name of this is Take-Two and Rockstar are going to make you pay for the GTA 6 experience, okay? And we dive into this a little bit more. I feel that people need to be very, very, very prepared for how much Take-Two and Rockstar are going to be making you pay to play. And it's going to be across different ways to monetize that game. I don't know exactly. Yeah, vast majority of games, no, but big companies, yes, I think so. And I think that it depends on the status and the popularity of the game, right? And yeah, I think consoles. So here's the thing: we've seen games be monetized in different ways, right? Which is why I've been like so outspoken about the whole retail price of AAA games increasing and everything. There have been a lot of people that initially were like, oh, well, you know, retail price of games hasn't gone up in 20 years. Well, not off the shelf when you're paying for it, but the monetization that goes on in games has been incredibly fleshed out. They're definitely getting their money out of people, you know, when they do. And I think that when you talk about a game like GTA 6, they know they have a lot of people unlocked to play that game, right? It's a very unique title. It's going to garner a lot of attention. There are going to be a lot of people that are going to be playing it, and they know they can get away with just wringing money out of people, man. I'm not one. I do understand to an extent the sentiment of, you know, a company getting compensated for good entertainment, for good software. You know, I am understanding of that. I promote that all the time, especially like whenever I've been playing free to play games and they're really good and I've gotten plenty of game time out of them, then I promote giving back to the developer from time to time. If you're continuing to play, you're continuing to get entertainment, that developer deserves to get some kind of monetary compensation for the amount of time that you're getting and enjoyment that you're getting out of that product, right? I believe that. I think that if a company is doing right by you, you should be doing right by them. But if a company is not doing right by you, you have to be deliberately not supporting those companies that are doing the bad things, right? And it's a very hard thing, and it's something that we have to constantly be paying attention to. On the side of like something like GTA 6, I think that everybody needs to be prepared for what's going to happen here. And I think there's different ways that it could be monetized. I think that up front, you're going to have to be prepared for the amount of money that they're probably just going to make people pay for the solo campaign. I think it'll be above $70. I don't know if it'll be up around 100 or not, like a lot of people are saying, but I do think it'll be above 70. I could be wrong, but we are talking about this game's not even releasing until 2025, right? So I do really feel like it'll be above $70, and just to get the single player campaign experience out of the game. I think they're going to do that to people. And then I think you have to be prepared for all the other monetization mechanics that they're going to do it, right? Yeah. And dude, I actually, I'll link another article here in a second. I talk about this. I've got another article up about how PlayStation, apparently, it's been leaked that PlayStation's planning on games by 2025 costing between $80 and $100. Their AAA games. And look, man, I'm not a fan of it being standardized like that. There's so many terrible developers in the industry. I mean, we're dealing with it right now. I've been talking about Modern Warfare 3 all the time, right? Modern Warfare 3 is a bag of trash. You go look at the Metacritic ratings. Metacritic ratings are a 5.2, something like that. A 52, you know? And the user ratings are a 1 point something. And then on Steam, the user ratings are a 30, which is a 30 out of 100. That's a 3 out of 10. And it's quickly becoming the best-selling game of this year. It's disgusting. That's why I'm saying that, like, the thing that's unfortunate about this industry, right, is that there's no other committee or regulatory, entity that sits there and takes care of us as how many times have you guys bought into a game that promised something and didn't deliver, whether it be on content or performance, right? And you feel absolutely cheated. I know it's happened to me multiple times, and I know it's happened to everybody else that's a gaming enthusiast too. So I think that's why it's really important that us as consumers pay attention to the good companies, support the good companies, and then you be hesitant about companies that may be showing bad trends, and then you really don't support the bad ones, right? Yeah, they did cancel a ton. We just read about that too. They canceled a ton of single player DLC for 5. Here's the thing. I think that they're going to make you pay for the single player campaign for 6. Then I think they're really, really, really going to monetize the online experience. You're going to have to be prepared for that. I think that it's going to be a subscription-based service. Then I think that you're going to have tiers of subscription to buy into, as well as, also in-game monetization, for different kinds of stuff. It's going to be very, very, very elaborate for how much they can get people to just pay into it, So I think people just need to be ready. You're just going to have to be ready for how much you can potentially have to pay to get the full GTA 6 experience. I think that's what people have to be ready for. Yeah, McSplash, I don't know. This is just the way that I've come to view the industry myself, dude. And I'm jaded. I think most of the people in this community and most of the people in the gaming industry that are just consumers and enthusiasts, I think that we're jaded by the things that we've seen. I think it's led to some bad stuff. I'm always about promoting a healthier industry, I want to promote a healthier industry. I want to support good companies, and I want to be trying to educate people about not supporting the bad companies. That's the thing, because there's nobody else that's going to do it besides us. You know what I mean? So that's what all of this video gaming news stuff is for me, is trying to stay up to date on what's going on and trying to have discussions about how to promote a healthier industry for all of us all the way around. That's what this is for me, man. I hope it works. But that's why I like discussion between us and everything as well, because I'm not always going to see every perspective, right? Every viewpoint on a subject, and I like having other people chime in as well. You know, I like that. It gives us a lot of different ways to address these issues and everything. The other thing, like, I just got another video up, but check this out. This is the PlayStation planning on charging $80 to $100 for their games by 2027. Is that it? I think. And so take what you will from that, you know. And I think when you really have to take a look at it like this, like when you look at like PlayStation, for example, Sony PlayStation, and you look at their first party studios, take Insomniac for example. Spider-Man 2 is a quality game. I haven't played it, but I know it's a quality game. Insomniac's a quality developer too. They make great games. But Spider-Man 2 is a game that you're going to get about, what, 17 to 20 hours out of? For the campaign? Is that worth even $70? Let alone 80 to 100? And I think that's the thing that people have to start asking themselves. Is it worth it? Is it worth the amount of money that they're charging you? Are you getting enough entertainment out of it to be worth what you're putting into it? You know? I think that's what people have to start asking themselves. So, we're about to talk about Gollum. Actually, I've got an article up. Yeah, greed plays a big part. And look, man, I've said this for a long time. I think that the console realm of gaming has gotten really, really, really gross, especially over the past, like, decade. That's why I've greatly moved away from it. There are just so many ways in which the console realm of gaming takes advantage of the consumers that have bought into console gaming and gotten locked into their specific platforms. I've talked about it a lot. I highly recommend people take a look at least entertaining the idea of trying to transition over into PC gaming. It's, in my opinion, I know that there are pros and cons. I've talked about a lot of them. I know one of the biggest cons for PC gaming is the initial cost that can come along with it. But dude, I think that in the long run, you come out on top way, way ahead of console gaming. There's just so much they do that it feels so gross to their consumers, man. And I truly feel that PC gaming, we can have a whole nother side discussion on this. I've talked about it a lot, so I'm not going to elaborate on it, but greed is a huge, huge part of, I think, why console gaming is getting where it is right now, and where it will be moving forward very quickly. Oh, dude. Prime Video's adding ads into their subscription service for their shows. Talk about greed, you know what I'm saying? Bro, Jesus. God dang, dude. Dang, dude. No, right? Yo, yeah, for reals, Vault. Yeah, we're gonna be watching. By the way, dude, like, when does Fallout hits? Is it March or April? March, I think. Right, March. We're gonna probably be doing some because I've got Prime. And is it April? Is it April? Okay, yeah. I couldn't remember the exact date. Thanks, Vault. Thanks. So if anybody doesn't know and you're interested, so I will be off the 1st of January to spend time with my immediate family here. My wife's going to be having the day off, so I decided to take the day off. We were doing a lot. Dude, Christmas was really hectic for us. And since my wife got the day off for New Year's, I'm going to take the day off too, and we're just going to chill and relax. So I hope everybody understands. But the 31st will be a normal stream. The 2nd will be a normal stream. On the 2nd, dude, we're going to start doing our 2024 schedule. So the 2nd and 3rd, you know what I mean? Or the 2nd, right at the new year, we're going to start doing our 2024 schedule. This is a look at what we did for 2023, and we're going to just basically take that as our outline and refill it in for this coming year. Okay, we'll have a nice couple of days where we just talk about the schedule. We'll look at all the games that are coming out this year, supposed to be coming out. We'll make a tentative schedule for the games we want to play that are already out that maybe we missed last year, like Lies of P is something I want to get played, you know, things like that. Games that maybe I have in my backlog that we haven't gotten played, things of that nature. Okay. So one of the other things that I wanted to do is come April, we're probably going to be doing some watch parties on Fridays to watch the new Fallout show together. So on Friday, what they'll do is they'll probably release like the first episode or two to begin with, and then every Friday they'll release another episode. And so I'll probably be doing a watch party every Friday through the end of that show's first season. So we'll stream our normal stream, and at the end of the stream we'll just like start a watch party, and we'll watch the Fallout show together. And if you don't know how watch parties work, as long as it still works the same way as it used to, it's been a while since I've done one. It'll basically, as long as you have Amazon Prime, you can watch the show in the stream with everybody else. If not, it'll just be chat. That's all you'll be able to see. So I'm sorry, but if for anybody that does have Prime that wants to attend, then we'll be able to watch the show together as a watch party. Okay. Yo, Vault, did you already have what was it? The Outer Worlds? I figured that'd probably be a game that'd be up your alley. Yeah. Did you grab that off of Epic? Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. Yo, yeah, tomorrow's the day that Bobby Kotick is officially no longer part of Activision Blizzard. Thank God. Oh, yeah? Soup? Yeah. You got it on Xbox? Word. Yeah. What? I didn't know if you already had it or not. They gave it away on Epic, and it was like all the DLC with it and everything, dude. So I was like telling everybody, I was like, go grab this game, dude. I haven't played it yet, so I'll probably play it this coming year, man. I know it's supposed to be a banger. It's Obsidian too, man. Obsidian does good stuff, man. So I'm guessing you've already played it, right? What's your review on it, dog? And all DLC? Yeah, I heard it was a really good game. So we knew this was coming. I'm so glad. Again, Bobby Kotick is like the only person that was really remaining. Maybe not the only, but of especially notable brass, notable high management that was prominent figures that were part of this company during all the mismanagement, the crunch culture, the fraternization, the sexual harassment crap, all that stuff. Bobby Kotick was always there, and he always remained. And I don't know how, but I had said all along that if Microsoft was able to purchase Activision Blizzard, he had to be gone. And they're doing it. They're getting rid of him. Thank God. 10 out of 10? Sick, dude. Love to hear it, man. I heard great things. Hell, we actually let's look at this off of Game Rant instead of the Xbox one. We're gonna be looking at like the games coming out in 2024 as soon as we start building our schedule on the 2nd, okay? They put a clown nose and clown hair on this Joker, dude. Oh, Jesus, dude. So funny. Yeah, Soup. I think that, you know, one of the things that I've promoted about, if people haven't, I know one of the things that is a big motivator for people to buy into console instead of PC is a lower price point, as well as it's a more static, plug and play, easier kind of gaming hardware, right? Whereas PC traditionally has been a little bit more involved, if you will. And a lot of people don't want to deal with that. But I do think that where the handheld stuff is coming into play, and I've talked about this a lot, I think that things like the Steam Deck, Lenovo Legion Go, the Asus ROG Ally, all those pieces of hardware are really giving people an easier transition at different price points for whatever you are wanting to get done with gaming into the world of PC gaming, where it's not going to be as daunting a thought of getting into gaming in the PC world, which is great in my opinion. We're going to talk about this. Looks like somebody tried to hack Ubi. Tried or did. Yeah, we've talked about that. Cult-infused horror video game Veil is getting a live what? Action feature film adaptation? What? We talked about that already too. All the scrapped DLCs and stuff for GTA 5. We've talked about that. It was like 6 of them, dude. I mean, he doesn't really have anything to lose here by going after this, you know? He really doesn't. The Florida Joker doesn't have anything to lose by going after Rockstar for his likeness, but I don't think he'll get anything after it. Because like I said before, people have to understand, like, in these kinds of situations, his legal representation isn't going to cost him up front, right? Basically, he's got a lot of potential suitors, if you will, for legal representation that are coming and knocking on his door and going, yo, we can win this case for you, and you just have to give us this percentage of, you know, whatever we win out of this lawsuit, right? And so that he basically took somebody up on that is the way this is probably going down. And it's probably a big, huge chunk, probably like 50% or more, but he doesn't have anything to lose. He doesn't have to do any of the work, you know? It's just some legal, you know, company that's going to go after Rockstar. Yeah, you know, he's just the face of it. That's it. And the his legal counsel are the ones that are going to be doing all the work. And yeah, I don't think he'll win anything either. But if he does, you know, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have anything to lose. He doesn't have anything to lose by doing it. He's not having to pay anything up front, you know. So I think people have to understand that. I mean, it's for him. It's like, why not? Why not let somebody, you know, take the reins on this and see if they can get me some compensation out of this for likeness rights or whatever. He's not doing any work. He's not losing anything out of it. It's actually bringing him more kind of fame and everything, bringing him back into the spotlight and stuff. So why not? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that, Soup. Yeah. We don't have a ton of articles, man, but let's go ahead and dive in here. Are you kidding me, dude? Denied. All right. So we'll start it off with Ubisoft investigates hack attempt. Assassin's Creed publisher Ubi said Tuesday was investigating a suspected data security breach in the latest cyber attack against a major actor in the video gaming industry. Hackers attempted to snatch 900 gigs. 900 gigs. You know, let me say this, dude. I bag on Ubi quite often because I'm not a big fan of them. But I will say that their new game coming with the Prince of Persia stuff looks kind of dope. The more I'm seeing about it, the Prince of Persia stuff looks pretty dope. It's a game that's right up my alley, though. Like it's got a very Metroidvania platformer kind of vibe to it, and it looks pretty cool. But I've definitely, you know, been pretty outspoken about how I feel that Ubi is a very subpar developer and publisher nowadays, and has been for a number of years, you know. Hackers attempted to snatch 900 gigs from Ubi servers, but the French studio's security team rebuffed the breach on Thursday, according to malware information website VX Underground. Quote, we are aware of an alleged data security incident and are currently investigating, an Ubi spokesman told AFP on Tuesday. The French company's other major titles include Far Cry, Avatar, Frontiers of Pain. We all know what Ubi develops, you know. Just Dance, they do Assassin's Creed, all that stuff. Sony unit Insomniac Games was hit by a ransomware attack last week. After Insomniac refused to pay, the hackers revealed company information as well as material related to video game projects Wolverine and Spider-Man 3, as well as information basically indicating that Sony was making it looks like Sony is forcing Insomniac to fire people. We're both saddened and angered about the recent criminal cyber attack on our studio and the emotional toll it's taken on our development team, Insomniac said on social media platform X, formerly Twitter. Insomniac said personal information of its staff, former employees, and independent contractors had been stolen. We continue working quickly to determine what data was impacted. This experience has been extremely distressing for us, it said. Yeah. In September, hackers released videos of the next installment of Grand Theft Auto, popular video game franchise developed by Rockstar. Most severe case came in 2021 when hackers made off with the source code, the fundamental architecture of the game Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher 3 from Polish publisher CD Projekt Red. I mean, the hack of Rockstar by that 18-year-old or 17 at the time was really, really bad too. It was really bad. They're not touching on that as much as they should here. That was a terrible, terrible thing for Rockstar. I'm not a big fan of Rockstar either, though. So, I mean, I don't think that I'm not condoning them being hacked. I don't think that's a good thing, but you know. Let's see here. The occult-infused horror video game Veil is getting a live-action film adaptation. Grey Wolf's upcoming occult-infused horror video game Veil is set to get a live-action feature, a film adaptation. The film is being developed by the Malmo-based production company Studios Extraordinaries, which is being led by Andre Hedetoft and Andres Trodson. Veil is described as a dark, stylish, and deadly world filled with action horror adventures based around occult societies in the city of Velumgrad. Faustine bargains are being struck between demonic creatures from a parallel world and ambitious humans seeking godlike powers. As the Veil grows in their city, these anti-heroes find themselves trapped between their ambition, their demonic patrons, and the growing animosity among Velumgrad's factions. It's an interesting concept for a game. Sure, it could also make for a cool and demented horror film. Hopefully the producers bring in a talented team of filmmakers to bring the story to life. So, Hedetoft and Trodson of Studios Extraordinaires added the concept of this Veil serving as a conduit between our world and another, allowing Faustin deals to unfold, captivated us instantly. It's akin to a demonically charged John Wick, if you will. Universe crafted by Martin and the Grey Wolf team is unlike anything you have ever seen. We can't wait to bring this demonic-powered action horror to life as a feature film. Check out the trailer for the game. I don't know that I've ever seen this.
Raven, we have eyes on the target. The VIP is being held at the workshop in the shipping yard.
That's not true, Soup.
Roger
That's
that,
not
Reaper.
true. They're not always
careful.
ruined by Netflix.
Raven,
Did you watch
you
One
are my
Piece?
eye in the sky.
One Piece was solid, dude.
Moving.
I thought One Piece was really good, dude.
Whenever you're ready, Raven. Nice shot.
More enemy contact ahead, Silver.
Oh, what?
Hostile
Mindustry
contact emerging on your
achievements?
position. I got
First one
the
was a
upper
grave
left.
mistake, now I got
Got
a
it.
heresy. I don't know, dude. Starfield 2? Bro, if Bethesda actually makes a Starfield 2, I'll be really, really surprised. What achievements are you talking about, Pinky?
You think our replacement will be here soon? We aren't getting paid enough for this.
Oh, you had Starfield music in the
Ready
background?
on your mark.
It sounds like you're doing something wrong. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was wondering if you were getting at. Yeah. No, it sounds like you're doing something right, dude.
Silver, are you all right?
I'll be fine. Go after it.
Come eventually 2043. Yeah, dude. And then they'll try to convince everybody it's better than it actually is. You know what I mean? Oh, dude.
Come closer. What?
Huh. It's on Steam, really? Pull it up real quick. Okay. Let's pull it up real quick. Demon powered tactical FPS is all it says. Online co-op, dude. Interesting. Huh. If you're interested here, take a look. Looks like they threw everything in it. It gives me almost a little bit of some like fear vibes to it, but probably just because it's got the FPS horror kind of vibe, you know. Yeah, it's a little bit wild. So that's a little bit wild. We'll see. I'll add it to my wish list. We'll keep track of it. It's right there in chat if you guys want to take a look at it on Steam. Okay. It's interesting. Here we go. Has anybody played this? Anybody played the finals, dude? Persona 3 Reload, though, dude. Have you played it, or are you going? Wait, is it even out yet? Did it come out yet? Did it come out already? I can't remember what the date was for that. When is that? No, yeah, next year. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, dude, I have never taken a dive into the Persona stuff. I know people love it. I would probably enjoy it. I feel like I'm so far behind on it now, though. You know, it's like trying to dive in there. There's so much of the Persona stuff. Are you hyped for it, Soup? Yeah, I mean, I've seen some stuff on the finals, and it's got a decent. Right now, feedback looks decent on it. Like if you look on Steam, you know, it's been promoted pretty heavily too. It's mostly positive. It's 74. I think that there's been a bit of review bombing for it because there's been some talk about them using AI voice stuff in the game. So I think they got review bombed a little bit. But my backlog, yeah, I know, dude. Same here. Soup. Same here. Wait until the second rolls around, dude. The day after I'm off for the first, man, we start doing this schedule together. God dang, we'll start talking backlog for real. It does look like it could be decent, you know, and I think a lot of people have been enjoying it to an extent. I think a lot of people are enjoying the gameplay, but there's some performance issues. People are having some crashes. Region lock China, region lock China, region lock China. I mean, it's free, you know, so you can try it out. I'll link it to you guys, and we'll take a look at this this article here. There is apparently a lot of cheating going on in the game, unfortunately. And look, man, you guys know how I feel, dude. I think cheaters are soft ass gamers. I think they're weak. I think they suck. I love, one of my favorite things to watch in the world is people that cheat in online competitive games. Any kind of online game where you're cheating to get an advantage, you suck. You deserve to get wrecked. I love watching people get banned out of games for it and stuff. I love it, dude. I know people go, well, sometimes it's just people wanting to troll and stuff like that. I don't give a crap, dude. It's terrible for the community. It's terrible for the game. It's terrible for the company, you know? Oh, dude, yeah, their faces. I wasn't doing it. It wasn't me. Somebody must have been using my PC. You know, somebody must have been using my my game or my console. You know, you can like, it's like, come on, man. You flipping. It's so stupid, man. I hate it. It's terrible. It's always a cat and mouse game, you know? It's always a cat and mouse game of people using hacks, cheating, things like that, and the company trying to find ways to detect it, shut them down, prevent them from having another account, you know, things like that. It's a rough thing. It's a vicious cycle, and just about any game that ever comes out that is a live service, multiplayer game, It's got its issues with cheaters and hackers, and it sucks. You know, in my opinion, what it is a bunch of people that want instant gratification on being able to be good at a game instead of spending time in the game, learning how to get good and increasing their skill. They want instant gratification on being able to just cheat and rack up, you know, points or climb leaderboards or whatever in a non-legit way. And they suck. They're soft-ass gamers, and they deserve to get wrecked, dude. Yeah, and that's what I was getting ready to say to McSplash. I don't have an issue with that, dude. That's been a thing in gaming for a long, long time, dude. Forever. You know what I mean? Things in games, whether you want to talk about the Konami code or you want to talk about command line text in PC games and stuff, if you're playing a single player game, you're going through a campaign, and you want to mess with some either whether it be mods or actual cheats in a game to just have some fun with on your own, and it doesn't affect anybody else, only your experience, whatever, dude, you do you. It still doesn't appeal to me, really. You know, I play games vanilla. I don't even mod my games unless it's something that helps with performance for like old games and stuff, you know, but I don't have an issue with that. You know, games are about having fun. If that's going to help you have fun, whatever, dude. It doesn't affect anybody else, whatever. Cool. You do you, man. Have fun. But when you get into a live service game and you're affecting other people's experience and negatively, and you're you know, destroying the community around the game and stuff like that, that's terrible. And those people deserve to get absolutely obliterated. Yeah, exactly, Soup. That's what it is most of the time. It's a skill issue. They suck at the games and they can't handle it, so they want instant gratification instead of trying to practice and get good. It's terrible, dude. People suck. But the finals is still suffering under the weight of cheaters. So the finals has had more success in the last few weeks than almost any other shooter that came before it. It was shadow dropped by Embark during the Game Awards and racked up 10 million players in the space of just 2 weeks. That milestone came just a couple of months after the game went through a widely successful beta period, saw stacks of positive feedback leveled against the game. Unfortunately, that beta was plagued by waves of cheaters, which is something that fans of the highly energetic shooter thought would be dealt with by the time the game was released. Sadly, almost a month after the game went live, the cheating pandemic is worse than ever, and technical blockers have been stonewalling Embark Studios at every turn when it comes to addressing that issue. Enough to bring it down, the finals is a frenetic, fast-paced, and destructive shooter with some innovative elements and highly entertaining gunplay. It's been designed as a competitive first-person shooter with free-to-play operating model that has already proven to be a monumental success for Embark Studios, and it's the firm's first game. However, on social media platforms, the driving discussion seems to be centered around cheaters and hackers in almost every scenario. There are thousands of users pouring into Twitter and Reddit to voice their concerns about the slew of cheaters ruining their games, particularly those trying to enjoy the game's ranked modes. Reportedly, Embark Studios faced technical issues that blocked them from banning cheaters, but they're nearing a solution at present and endeavor to keep the game smooth, safe, and fair. In the meantime, players are struggling to cope with the crushing weight of a miserable experience brought on by cheaters ruining their matches. These days, it seems like no multiplayer game can be released or operate successfully without cheaters pulling it to pieces. Yeah, unfortunately. From Escape from Tarkov to Warzone and from Valorant to Fortnite, there are cheaters everywhere. Have you struggled with the flow of cheaters in the finals? Yeah, again. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what the game is. It's terrible, man. And then you get good and be called a hacker anyway. There is a you know, unfortunately, that is also something that happens. You know, because cheating is so rampant, right? It's so polluted within these types of games that people see somebody just get good and they automatically assume they're cheating because it's everywhere. That sucks. It sucks that because the cheating is so all over the place and it's just, you know, it's almost unavoidable in all these games that when there is somebody actually doing good, they can't be appreciated for that skill level. they automatically get pointed out as a cheater. That sucks. That sucks. That's just another negative aspect of why, you know, it sucks that people cheat in these kinds of games. Absolutely, dude. You're absolutely right, Pinky. Yep. 10 lowest rated games of 2023 revealed. Yo. What do you guys think is going to be on the list? The review aggregate site Metacritic reveals the 10 lowest rated video games that marred the gaming landscape with disappointment this year. You guys want to make some guesses? Starfield. Do you know what we should start calling it? This is what we should start calling it. Starfield, dude. Bro, that's gonna get some people amped up right there. There's some people that love that game. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you can't do that." Oh, let's see what we got, man. Yo, there's Gollum. We knew Gollum would be on there, right? So, Lord of the Rings Gollum has one of the lowest ratings on Metacritic this year. Flashback 2 follows closely. What even is Flashback 2, dude? Grey Hill Incident claims the third spot with a 38. Metacritic has revealed the 10 lowest rated video games of 2023, with the Lord of the Rings Gollum receiving the lowest rating, despite being a year marked with impressive new titles, remakes, and stellar additions to established franchises. 2023 was also tarnished by considerable disappointment and failures. The metric employed by Metacritic zeroes in on titles that garnered the lowest scores on their site throughout the year. Metacritic is a website. Yeah, we know what Metacritic is. I'll read this anyways, though. Metacritic is a website that aggregates reviews and assigns scores to movies, TV shows, music albums, and video games from various critics and publications. The scores are presented as a weighted average, providing a numerical representation of the overall critical reception of a particular piece of media. Annually, Metacritic releases a list of the worst video games of that year. The site has already revealed its lineup of titles that have disappointed players in 2023. Lowest rated game on this Metacritic list is The Lord of the Rings Gollum, a game that generated significant buzz for its profound disappointment, particularly considering its use of the Lord of the Rings IP. Look, I talk about this stuff a lot, you know. It's unfortunate, right? Rise of Kong, dude, I was actually thinking that would probably be on here, Pinky. Nice call, dude. There's also the same company that did Rise of Kong did a recent... what's that flipping zombie show, dude? The really popular one, man. Oh, God dang it, dude. They did a spin-off for that. Oh, God dang, dude. I'm brain farting super hard right now. They did another game. Walking Dead. Yeah, thanks, McSplash. Yeah, they did Walking Dead something, and it was just as terrible as Rise of Kong, dude. Yeah. So I talk about this a lot, man. It's unfortunate that like these really, really fantastic universes, you know, that people adore so much, whether it be, you know, the Tolkien stuff with The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, or you know, the Star Wars stuff, or I mean, you name it, you know. Yo, did anybody watch Rebel Moon, by the way? I know that's not Star Wars, but it was originally written up to be part of the Star Wars stuff before it got shot down by Disney and LucasArts, I think. And then Zack Snyder just turned it into its own IP. It was decent. I don't know. But they're turning that into a game as well. Rebel Moon. Sorry, I digress. It's unfortunate that there are so many great universes for entertainment to be made out of, you know, and what a lot of these companies will do is exactly what Daedalic did, which is the developer behind Lord of the Rings Gollum, and they'll go, oh, we know we're not going to be able to make a substantial game here, so what do? We play off of the name. We play off of this universe because people will buy it, right? And it sucks to see that. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. And it's not that there haven't been some solid pieces of entertainment and software that have come out of these universes, but more often than not, they're mediocre at best. And it sucks when you know, there's such a great background and lore and everything for games to be built off of, and they really don't utilize it. They just make a pretty bad piece of software and try to bait people into buying it because it says Lord of the Rings on it, or it says Star Wars on it or something, you know. And this is absolutely no exception here, Lord of the Rings Gollum. As a matter of fact, after Daedalic Entertainment released it, they said they're no longer going to be developing games at all. They'll only be publishing now. Lord of the Rings Gollum is an action-adventure game allowing players to assume control of Smeagol on his journey across Middle-earth. The thing that sucks, too, is the premise behind this game was actually really neat. Being able to see everything through Gollum's eyes, through Smeagol's eyes, as all this stuff is going down in this world, you know? And they botched it. They just totally botched it, man. It sucks. Gollum garnered negative reviews, currently holding a Metacritic score of 34 on the PS5. Game was described as a baffling experience, criticized for its lack of inspiration and dullness, ultimately falling short of the expectations set by both fans of the Tolkien universe and the gaming community at large. Here's the list. So I'll let you guys read the rest of this. They talk about Flashback, Grey Hill Incident, the rest of these, but here's the list, okay? So we've got Lord of the Rings Gollum with a 34, Flashback 2 with a 35, Grey Hill Incident with a 38, Quantum Error with a 41, Testament the Order of High Human at 41, Crime Boss Rockay City with a 43. You remember when this game was being promoted? Hellboy Web of Weird 46, Gangs of Sherwood with a 47, Loop 8 Summer of Gods a 49, and Gargoyles Remastered with a 49. There's your worst rated games from Metacritic of 2023. I'll link it if you guys want to see the rest of it. Crime Boss was garbage. Yeah, there were a lot of famous actors in that too. Reskinned Payday 3. Payday 3 was just terrible as well. I was actually planning on buying that on release, and then I saw so much bad stuff because, dude, Payday 2 is so good. I loved Payday 2. Payday 3. Starbreeze. How do you have such a great... They literally, all they needed to do was just update, you know what I mean? Take the core of what Payday 2 is. It was so good. There's so much in there. It's been out for 10 plus years, you know? Yeah, how many studios can we say this about, though? They've got something so good. Listen to your community. Look at everything that they loved about the game. Bring it into a modern piece of software. You know, maybe flesh it out a little bit more. Make it a more modern game. But keep the core of what everybody loves about the game in the first place there. Magic. And they can't do that. I don't understand, dude. But yeah, there's definitely some games missing, you know. I mean, like I think what was it, Rise of Kong? What's Metacritic? What's Rise of Kong? What's this sitting at? It's a 23, dog. How did it not make the list? They might have had they didn't talk about it, but there might have needed to be a certain number of critic reviews before it could be considered. But dude, I was getting ready to say Rise of Kong, pretty rough. I mean, yo, by the way, if you really want to get into the nitty gritty of it, check this out. That's not that far off. You know what I mean? That's not that far off, dude. At 56, you know, Modern Warfare 3 almost makes the list, baby. Wow, dude. And this is what's gross. Look how close Modern Warfare 3 is to making this list. And it is almost the best-selling game of the year right now. Disgusting, dude. How gross. Yeah, I think there's probably a some kind of threshold for the amount of critic reviews the game must have needed to be considered for this list. Probably. All right, moving on. Did I link that for you guys? Yeah, I did. Okay, there you go. PlayStation Plus games for January 2024 are announced. Warframe fans will also be treated to an exclusive pack in January. Sony has revealed the PlayStation Plus games for January will be A Plague Tale, Requiem, Evil West, and Nobody Saves the World. Dude, they have finally released solid games for this subscription service. You paid deluxe for this? Wait, what? Oh, let me say something. This is at least a better look than the past, 4 months. The past 4 months have been pretty brutal for PlayStation Plus. They're headliner game releases and stuff. And it's all followed their increase in price for their subscription service, which honestly, they had no reason to increase. PlayStation Plus will always be behind Xbox Game Pass unless they decide to release their first-party games day one. Their proprietary games day one like Xbox does. They'll always be behind that subscription service. That's all there is to it. They will never be the same subscription service that Game Pass is unless they release their proprietary games day one like Xbox does. Now, don't get me wrong. Xbox, over about the past year and a half, has not had a whole lot for people to be real excited about for day one releases. You know? Yo, Florida, what's up? You mean for PS Plus? Oh, yeah, for PS Plus, Florida. Yeah. How you doing, friendo? Happy Thursday. Good to see you. I don't think so, Soup. I don't think so. But even if so, everybody's welcome here until maybe they're not. You know what I mean? As long as you're good, peoples, as long as you're chill, you know what I mean? There have been occasions where people have showed their true colors, but Florida's solid peeps, dude. Florida's cool. We were just talking about the Florida Joker stuff just a second ago. That's why that came up from Soup. So the like I said, don't get me wrong. The Xbox releases, day one releases, have not been fantastic over about the past year and a half. You know what? There was especially for 2023, what? Redfall? No. Starfield? It brought a bunch of people into their subscription service, but was it worth it? I mean, reviews tell the tale, you know? I mean, look, let's just look at this real quick. Starfield. So I'll look at Steam too, but it's original. This is the thing that's crazy about Metacritic. Metacritic gives you an initial look at what people thought about the game on release, and it got a pretty solid score on release. Yeah, it got a pretty solid score, 83 from critics. Now, you'll see this from time to time too, right? I think that you have to understand that the people that are rating this as a critic, some of them are going to be in Microsoft's pocket or in, like in Bethesda's pocket or whatever. So they're going to maybe review something like this a little bit higher than the public will. So you'll see like even user scores of 11,000 are 7.0 as opposed to the critic reviews of 83. Then you go look at Steam, right? Go look at Steam. Look at this. It's even worse. So Starfield, it's mixed at a 65, which is pretty on par with Metacritic's user ratings of a 70, 65 to 70. But look at recently. Recent reviews of 7,500 over the last 30 days are a 29% positive. The reviews are plummeting. I actually, we talked about this the other day, and there's a new article on our YouTube page about Starfield's user ratings continuing to plummet. So you can take a look at this if you didn't get to see that during our news segment that we when it was live. But there's that. I think you know, it's Xbox hasn't had a lot for their subscribers to be really stoked about for day one releases, to be honest. For their first party games, Starfield was a hype thing for a lot of people. I think it was a letdown for a lot of people too. It wasn't what a lot of people were expecting, to be honest. And I think since its release, it has really shown more and more and more that it's not what people were wanting out of that game. There are some people that really enjoy it, but it's not been receiving the kind of praise that I think Microsoft expected, that Bethesda expected, and I don't think it's meeting the expectations of a lot of what people were expecting for the game. But really over about the past, year and a half, Hi-Fi Rush got released on Game Pass. That was like a shadow drop, you know, but still very, very good game that could be played on Game Pass. So there's been some, but that's the thing that I'm talking about. You know, you don't get that on PS Plus, right? You don't get that. And even if there's not a ton of notable, there's going to be some. There's going to be some. And we know that Xbox has a lot of other games coming down the pipeline, right? And those games are going to be day one releases. They always are. For Game Pass. Game Pass is their golden goose. That's their golden egg, man. That's what's allowed them to continue to be competitive against the other console players, especially like PlayStation. Yeah. Because they've never sold as much software, they've never sold as much hardware, but their subscription service has kept them competitive. And PS Plus will never compare unless they decide to finally start doing day one releases. They just won't. But finally, after about 5 months of some pretty subpar headliners, it looks like PlayStation Plus is getting some decent stuff. Plague Tale, Requiem, Evil West, Nobody Saves the World, all notable additions. As detailed by PlayStation.blog, all three of these games will be available to PlayStation Plus members on Tuesday, January 2nd. Will be available to download at no extra cost until Monday, February 5th. In addition to these games, PS Plus members will also be treated to an exclusive PlayStation Plus pack called Warframe Syrinx Edition Collection. This collection includes the Syrinx chest plate, shoulder plates, leg plates, Baza rifle, Castle War polearm, Storm color palette, Essential Base Damage mod bundle, Essential Critical Damage mod bundle, 2x Orican Catalyst, 170 Platinum, 7-day Affinity booster, and a 7-day credit booster. As for the games, you can take a look at what all these are. They've got videos you can watch for the reviews of the games from IGN, all that stuff. But this is a much better look from what they were pushing out for the last half of the year for sure. It's good to see that for all the subscribers of PS Plus. That's better. Let's see what this deal is. The Acer Nitro 34-inch gaming monitor is at its lowest price on Amazon right now. If you're on the lookout for a big gaming monitor, check out the Acer Nitro 34-inch, which is currently at its lowest price on Amazon for just $290 US. List price of $363, saving you $73. Limited time deal. It's a 34-inch QHD So a 3440 by 1440 resolution. It is $1,500 curved. Yeah, there you go. Absolutely it will. Refresh rate up to 165 hertz. 1 millisecond response time. That's normal. It is VSA certified. I'm sorry, but I would never ever rely on a monitor for its speakers. Just if you get a monitor that has decent speakers, that's a win. But don't rely on that. Okay. I also highly recommend any monitor you get to seriously consider investing in a monitor arm. Monitor arms are so nice. Monitor arms that give you many different axes of adjustment. You know what I mean? It's just a very nice thing. You get 2 display ports, 2 DisplayPort 1.4, 2 HDMI 2.0 ports, cables not included. It's got a 4.5 star overall on over 2,500 ratings on Amazon. Let me see here. What is the model of this? Do they show the model? Or is this? Here, let me see this. Let's check this out real quick on, see if it's been reviewed on Artings. They didn't have the model on there. Weird. Yeah, I don't see it in there at all. That's stupid. Yo, random mode time. But Alan Wake, yo, Alan Wake's a whole different story, dude. A game like Alan Wake. Random mode time. Yo, I changed random mode up also, by the way, so take a look, read that. Let me see something here. It really is different. You know, they recommend like a 2070 for that game, but dude, I'm rocking a 3070, and in that battle I did the other day on Tuesday, it was terrible. It was so stuttery, a lot of frame drop. I was running like performance mode, DLSS, all my settings turned down, I mean, everything additional turned off. It was rough, dude. Nice, Florida. Pinky. Yo, what up, True? Oh, True's complaining right now. Sorry, True. This is the... Does that help? Let me see this. Yeah, I can't find it on Artings, but I will link this for you guys if you want. All right, that way you can take a look. That's a pretty solid monitor, I think. But look, I say this all the time. If you're in the market for purchasing anything significant, you know, tech-wise, always look into how much of a you know, warranty you're getting, what the ratings for customer support is through those companies, things like that, because it's important. You want to make sure if you're investing a solid amount of money into a purchase, a product, that you're going to be taken care of for an amount of time. You know, really what I say for like monitors, I think that you should be at least getting like, you know, 2 to 3 years of warranty on a monitor if you're spending a, you know, $300, $400 price on them. If more, then you know, I think you should be considering maybe buying into a warranty process of more than that, you know. Well, here's the deal. Most monitors actually have, there's only a couple of companies that actually manufacture panels. Most companies, it's kind of like the same thing as GPUs. There are only a couple of companies that actually make the reference cards for GPUs, right? A few. The primary ones are AMD and Nvidia, right? And then you have third-party companies that come in, take the reference cards, and then build their own products around it. So, you know, whether you want to talk about Asus or, you know, ASRock or MSI or whatever, right? It's the same thing for monitors. Monitors, there's only a couple of companies that actually produce panels, which is the main part of a monitor. And then the other companies basically just are third parties that take the panels and build their own product around it. So, most of the time, you're just getting a similar panel depending on what kind of tier of monitor you're buying into in all the different, you know, manufacturers that you're buying a monitor from. Quality is different from the different tiers because the panels are of different quality as you move up in price point, right? But every company basically, you know, does a different, takes care of you a different way as far as customer support and warranty and stuff. So that's why it's important to look at that, okay? And I think Artings is a very, very good site. Most of the time they don't review every single thing, but this is a very good site for TV reviews, headphone reviews, monitor reviews. I mean, you name it, peripherals, all kinds of stuff. You can compare different products side by side. I'll give you an idea if you haven't seen this before. Monitor reviews, you go in here, you can they've got tools for comparison, right? Their comparisons are very, very deep. So you can take a look at these are just default Samsungs that they threw in here, but you can look at everything that they, mixed usage, office, gaming, media consumption, blah, blah, blah. They go into very, very, very deep detail about everything that they review, man. They do burn-in tests for all their monitors. I mean, it's everything. So Artings is a great site. I highly recommend it. They do these side-by-side comparison things for all their products that they review. It's really cool. But looking into a manufacturer's customer support and their warranty and stuff is something I think that everybody should be doing. We'll do that Steam stuff last. Final Fantasy XIV director wants cloud gaming to end the console wars. In a new interview, Final Fantasy XIV director Naoki Yoshida revealed his hopes for the future of cloud gaming in a video shared by Jonetsu Teriku Light, translated by Jinky JPN. Yoshi P noted that he wants to make games that would be playable on any platform through the cloud. In his opinion, this would make the concept of console wars extinct, as there wouldn't be an actual need for different platforms. Yoshi P believes this will occur within the next decade and would have happened sooner if not for the coronavirus pandemic. Notably, connection speeds and server availability will have to improve. From a creative standpoint, it's easy to see why Yoshi P wants this to happen. The director noted this could greatly expand the audience for games, bringing an end to concepts like exclusivity. More players getting a chance to experience the games that creators spend years working on could be a very good thing. Cloud gaming for all. It's worth noting that that part of Yoshi P's prediction has already come true. Through cloud gaming, Microsoft has made it possible for Xbox One users to enjoy Xbox Series X and S games that would have been too powerful for the system, including titles like Flight Simulator. Similarly, Nintendo Switch has also received cloud versions of games that otherwise wouldn't be available, including Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and Resident Evil Village. Cloud gaming has already expanded the number of games that are now accessible to users of these platforms. Companies like Ubi are also investing in the cloud gaming in a big way. Not difficult to imagine things expanding far beyond this current point. The fact of the matter is that PlayStation, Nintendo, and Microsoft also have a vested interest in keeping their exclusive games exclusive. Absolutely what I was going to talk about. This is the big hurdle here. And not sharing with others. There are also companies like Square Enix that have a financial incentive to make games exclusive to one platform or another. These are pretty big hurdles to overcome. It's hard to imagine things changing that much within a decade. The downsides to cloud gaming. While Yoshi P's enthusiasm for cloud gaming is easy to understand, a lot of gamers currently remain skeptical. While the technology offers a lot of promise, there are many downsides. Over the last few years, we've seen servers go offline for countless games, rendering them unplayable. We've also seen digital exclusive games become inaccessible as digital storefronts have shut down. Games exclusively playable through the cloud would similarly cease to exist. That's particularly worrisome for those concerned with video game preservation and retro gaming. Video game preservation is something that I think should be on the forefront of everybody's concerns that is a video game enthusiast. It's, I think we all understand that to an extent business is business, but it's very important that we don't forget where video games have, why video games have become what they are today, and they wouldn't be what they are today without the history. And it's important for us to be able to go back and take a look and always see what the history of video games are and were, right? Can I use a Black & Decker duster to clean my desk? Or must it be a huge I don't even know. That's such a hard thing for me to say. I don't know. Potentially. Could just use a wet wash rag and then a dry cloth to dry it all off too. I don't know. It depends on how dirty it is. You know what I mean? Video games that were released 30 to 40 years ago can still be played on their original consoles, as well as newer devices like the Analog Pocket or Atari 2600 Plus. Yet games released in the modern era run the risk of becoming unplayable in just a few years or sometimes even months because of how they're being released. Unless companies find a solution to that problem, a lot of gamers are going to resist an all-digital future. Yeah. Look, man, I mean, we've talked about this. This is basically like perfect world, right? Perfect world, we wouldn't have to worry about the exclusivity crap. We wouldn't have to worry about the terrible stuff we deal with a lot of the console issues and them making us double dip to play a game when you already own it. Nintendo's the worst. There's a lot of different issues, but it's just not the gaming world we live in right now. We'll see how it evolves. But seeing the way it's evolved over the past 2 decades doesn't lead me to believe that it's going to get better moving forward. I would love it to. I would love for it to. But I don't see it moving that way. I'm always going to promote what I feel to be a healthier industry as we move forward. I'm going to promote the ways in which, I think that the better areas for us to game in. I'm going to try to educate people about the areas which I feel that people should stay away from, things like that. But there's a reason why, exactly like this article stated, PlayStation does what they do, Nintendo does what they do, Xbox does what they do, and it's gotten really scummy, man. So I don't know. We just have to pay attention to see what happens moving forward. But I'm pretty skeptical about the fruition of this actually coming true. I don't think the console wars are just going to die off. It's just going to evolve into something different. It's not going to be as traditional you know, as what we've known it to be, which is going to be really tough for a company like PlayStation. And what I mean by traditional is we've already seen an evolution happening in the video gaming industry over the past, especially like half decade, with things like Game Pass and Xbox is being very revolutionary and inventive in the way that they're bringing new concepts to us as gamers, to access content, things like that. Whereas Sony is kind of following Xbox's lead, if you will. They're conforming to what they have to do to remain competitive, as they continue to try to do what has always done well for them. They just want to rely on hardware sales. They just want to rely on proprietary software sales. That's Sony. That's exactly why they've said they won't do what I was talking about before in releasing their first party games, their proprietary games on PS Plus. They're like, we'll never do that. We will never ever do that. They've been blatantly outspoken and publicly stated they will never do what Xbox does with Game Pass in releasing their games day one, because it cuts into what they've always done traditionally and they don't want to change. And I think it's going to hurt them. I think that no matter what, the gaming industry is changing. I don't think that we're ever going to get really away from the console wars, but it's going to evolve. And in a way, I can see how this is going to be a very difficult thing for some companies to deal with. Last but not least, asking Q&A about Dustbusters. I don't know, man. I mean, the way I usually go about cleaning my own desk off is, I'll usually just I've got like a fuzzy duster, and I'll like dust everything off first, and then if it looks like it needs a wipe down, then I'll use a rag with warm soapy, not a lot of soap, but just a little bit of soap. I'll wash down the desk, and then I'll dry it back off with a dry rag and stuff. That's just the way I do things, you know? If anybody has anything else to add for the news segment before we move on and play games today, then let me know in chat and we'll address it. But this is the last one I have for the day. Dustbuster segment. Ghostbuster segment. Dust Bunny Buster segment. Let's find the best ones. Bro. Oh my god. Soup's crazy. Here it is. The new Steam Best of 2023 feature shows which games made the most money this year. As we get closer to the end of the year, Valve has posted a new feature on its Steam Digital PC Game Store, the Best of Steam 2023 list. Don't show the best reviewed games on the service, but rather which games made the most money between January 1st and December 15th of 2023. Valve does not offer specific revenue numbers for the games in its library, but rather groups them into categories like Platinum, the highest, Gold, Silver, and Bronze. For the top-selling games on Steam, the Platinum list included 12 games in no particular order. Cyberpunk, Apex, Starfield, Lost Ark, Hogwarts Legacy, Baldur's Gate 3, Sons of the Forest, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and 2 and Warzone, Dota 2, PUBG Battlegrounds, Counter-Strike 2, and Destiny 2. For the best-selling new games on Steam in 2023, the list is a bit different. Starfield, Hogwarts Legacy, Baldur's Gate 3, Sons of the Forest, Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, Remnant 2, EA Sports FC 24, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Disgusting, oh my god, City Skylines 2, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me, dude? Oh my god. Resident Evil 4 Remake, Street Fighter 6, and Payday 3. God dang, dude. This is the world we've made for ourselves. Jesus Christ. This game was absolute balls. best-selling new games for this year. Star Wars Jedi Survivor baited a ton of people into buying it because of the previous game. This game was trash across all platforms on release. I think it's better now, but it sucks to see that, dude. It sucks to see that. City Skylines 2 is a best-selling new game of this year, and the developers, Colossal Order, even told everybody that it was not finished when they released it. Nobody should have been buying this. And then Payday 3, what an absolute scamaz that was, too. That feels so bad to see. 3 out of these 10, dude. And look, I flushed Hogwarts Legacy because it was terrible on PC, too. Thank you, True. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great sentiment right there. I like it. Let's go.
EA, sorry guys, it's so hard to say that.
That falls perfectly here with Jedi Survivor, yeah. But it definitely goes in line with both of these. Yeah, a gag on that. The best-selling games that were available, at least in part of 2023 in early access, include BG3, oh, Jesus Christ, Disney's Dreamlight Valley, Against the Storm, Ready or Not, Marvel Snap, Everspace 2, Sunhaven, Dave the Diver. What a banger, dude. Dave the Diver's so good. Farlight. We played Farlight. Farlight was good. Ready or Not. Yeah. Because woo! Demonologist, My Time at Sandrock, and War Tales. War Tales, dude, nice. Best-selling games that ran on Valve's Steam Deck portable gaming PC in 2023. Dave the Diver, Armored Core 6 Fires Rubicon, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Cyberpunk 2077, Baldur's Gate 3 Starfield, Vampire Survivors, Hogwarts Legacy, GTA 5, RE4 Remake, Half-Life, and Elden Ring. Solid games. Best-selling VR games of this year: Bone Lab, Blade and Sorcery, Gorilla Tag, Ghosts of Tabor, Boneworks, Five Nights at Freddy's, Help Wanted 2, Into the Radius, Beat Saber, VTOL VR, The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim VR, Pavlov, and Half-Life Alyx. Yeah, there we go. Soup. You say GTA? Where's it at on the it's gotta be somewhere in here, right? Nah, that's my year in review, isn't it? Yeah, my bad. Yo, Ask the Boy 900. What up, friendo? Where's this even at, dude? Is this it? Top sellers? Best 20. Well, that's what I was saying. I want to pull it up on their app though, not the web page. Thanks, Pinky. Yeah, there were links. Year in review. Am I seeing it? Oh, no. Year in review is my. I was gonna see if I could pull it up here on the. Is it in stats? There it is. Best of year, dude. They're down here in stats. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it right here. So if you go on the app, if you go into, so I'll link this for you guys too. So you can actually like pull up the webpage and stuff. But I wanted, if you have the app, I was going to find it in there for you. That's why I was doing it. Thanks, Pinky. I appreciate it. But they'll have links in here for it. But there's that. Check this out. What's up, Ask the Boy? Happy Thursday. So if you go to 2023 best of year, so go to store, hover over, go down to stats, right? And then down here on the left, go to best of year 2023, and it'll pull all this up, right? What we were just like reading about. And then you can go new releases, most played, early access, Steam Deck, controller, VR, all that stuff. It absolutely doesn't. It absolutely. Well, I mean, look, the biggest reason why it doesn't deserve platinum is because it's a piece of crap. I'm sorry, man, but hey, yo, thanks for the follow, friendo. I appreciate it, man. Welcome in, welcome in. We're just kind of hitting the end of our video gaming news segment, man. We're gonna start playing some BG3 in just a moment. So this is kind of cool, man, being able to see all this. Like, you can see all the games that are on sale too, but BG Tree, yeah, that's kind of cool, man. It's disgusting to see some of these on like new releases. Get this off of here, piece of crap, unfinished. I mean, this is I think this game's gotten better, but it never should have released when it released, and I'll be very outspoken about that. You know, you guys know how I am. The games should not release until they're ready to release, dude. It's just unacceptable that so many developers have this thought process nowadays that is like, well, we know it's not ready, release it anyways, bait us, the consumer, into buying these products, make us pay the price, and then they go, well, we'll just finish it afterwards because we can do it through connectivity. We can do it through patching or whatever. That's terrible. It's a terrible way for developers and publishers to address that process. Connectivity is a very useful tool for developers to address unforeseen issues.
Disappointed!
That's right. What up, Ferret? To address unforeseen issues and to add content to products after the fact or whatever. You know what I mean? But to try and finish a game because they pushed it out too soon and make us pay the price for that, that is not acceptable, dude. Ever, ever, ever. I hate it. It drives me crazy. What up, Ferret? What's going on, buddy? Yo, if you haven't played Hi-Fi Rush, do yourselves a favor. The game's a banger, dude. Dredge is great as well. War Tales, I want to play, man. Chillin', minding your business. What's your weakness? Games. Okay, then. You grabbed Sunhaven? Word, dude. You have to let me know. I haven't played it. Lies of P, dude. I want to play this. I'm waiting to find out when they're going to drop the DLC, though. We're going to put this on our schedule for this coming year. This is supposed to be a very good game. Soup. Where's the OA Evil on there, dude? That was the perfect time for OA Evil emote, dude. Notes. Yeah, revenue specifics are not disclosed for the games on any of these lists, so we grouped them together to randomly sorted buckets to give an idea how they all stacked up. Platinum 1st through 12th. Yo, and let's talk about something, because even Pinky and I were talking about it. There you go, dude. There you go. Pinky and I were talking about this before. Top sellers, dude. So these are the games that made the most money over this year, okay?
And I think, yeah, I think we do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description.
Whoa, dude, look at that, dude. That is a boggers.
Okay.
Holy crappers, dude. 45 stream streak, boy. Nice. Nice, true. Sick. You guys are wild, dude. So, let's talk about something real quick. This is what Pinky was pointing out to me earlier. Destiny 2 is on this list, guys. This is Steam's top games measured by gross revenue. Better not be. Asked the boy. That's a scary premise. Guys, I'll be right back. Nice, dude. Well played. Well played. It's not weird, actually, that Hogwarts is on there, Florida, to be honest. In the entirety of the gaming industry, Hogwarts Legacy is the best-selling game of the entire year. So, Hogwarts Legacy in the entirety of the gaming industry, not just Steam, but all platforms, all the gaming industry, Hogwarts Legacy is the best-selling game of the year right now. Yep. Really, really. This is one of the things you have to take into consideration, though. Hogwarts Legacy came out at the beginning of the year, right? So, Hogwarts Legacy came out at what? End of February, beginning of March? I think it was end of February, right? Or beginning of February, February 10th, dude. So I was even a little bit off there. It's had almost the entire year to just keep generating revenue and sales, right? Oh, dude, Soup. Yeah, absolutely. I've talked about that a lot. Dragon's Dogma 2 is one of my most hyped games for 2024. I will be playing that game on release. I put 130 hours into Dragon's Dogma 1. That game is a banger, dude, and I can't wait for Dragon's Dogma 2. Yeah. So, I think the thing that you have to understand about the way that some of this is going to work when you look at these games and everything is, funny enough, Modern Warfare 3 is on here, even though it... So, weirdly enough, I don't know, man. Is this just Modern Warfare 3, or is this Modern Warfare 2 and 3 and Warzone? I don't know what's going on. It's showing this is October 27th of 2022. Oh. Yeah, I flushed Hogwarts Legacy, by the way. I played 8 days of it, and I couldn't stand it anymore. There were too many performance issues on PC on release. Oh, God, Scorn. That was a terrible flipping game. Jesus. Yeah, I played this game on release. I played Hogwarts Legacy on release for like 8 days, and I just finally couldn't stand it anymore. There was just constant stuttering, constant frame drop. It was terrible to play. Scorn was terrible. I was so pissed. Oh, Jesus. We played Scorn on release, and it was so bad. That game was terrible. But, you know, funny enough, you know, something like Hogwarts Legacy is going to have more time to generate retail sales over maybe something like, I don't know, something that is released over the past, like, 2 months or so, you know? So there's a reason why it's going to have more retail sales probably and show up on this list than some other big games that haven't been out as long. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of got that going for it. It's been out a lot longer. And dude, there was a ton of hype around this game too. A ton of hype. You know? So had Baldur's Gate 3 been out since full release, since the same time, you know, it would be on this list, you know? Something like that, right? But it just hasn't. Yeah, but it looks quite different, doesn't it, Sue? Quite different. So, I don't know. You have to remember that kind of thing, you know? Oh, for real, Ferret? This is what's crazy, though. You know, you want to talk about a game showing up on top games measured by gross revenue, and they have to be talking about Modern Warfare 3 here. They have to be. You have BG3 in here, dude? Really? Oh yeah, I'm missing some games, aren't I? It's not showing me all of them, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. It should be showing me like 12, right? 1st through 12th. Yeah, I'm only showing like 6 games in here, dude. Why? I don't know why. Yeah. That's weird. That's weird. Let me see this. Yeah, I'm missing like 6 games. Yeah, that's kind of odd, dude. But I am missing like 6 games in there. Oh, yeah, that's probably it. Yeah. I had an issue where a game showed up on my queue on Steam not too long ago, and and just the flipping thumbnail was straight up anime booba, dude. So I had to enforce some pretty strict stuff on my Steam account so we didn't end up running into that issue again. So there's some games that are probably not showing up right now on here because of that reason. That's probably why. Yeah, thanks, Pinky. So going back to that article, it would show us, but there's definitely something you have to keep into consideration, like when a game released in the year, it's had more time than maybe some other games, things like that, right? But Destiny 2 for sure. You look at this as being one of the top 12 highest grossing games just on Steam. Just on Steam. And you look at what's happening to Bungie right now. You know? It's a weird look, man. Which highest grossing doesn't tell us anything about how much that actually is, right? But it's still a look at a game making quite a bit of revenue. And yeah, I know. That's what I wish they could too. But it's a weird look, isn't it? I mean, you talk about a developer that is actually hurting right now, big time, is Bungie. We've read about it. They're struggling hard right now, and they're one of the top 12 highest grossing games on just this platform. You know, it's not considering all other platforms or anything, but Steam for sure. That's a weird look, man. That's a concerning issue. I don't know, man. I mean, I think that you can't. I can't help but turn that into there's mismanagement in the company. I don't know what else to say about it. There's mismanagement going on. There are what seems to be a mismanagement of funds. Probably. I don't know. I mean, how is a game still this lucrative, and yet they're just firing people, and you know, the studio appears to be in a complete disarray and at risk of being absorbed totally by Sony, you know. I would love to have some more information about, you know, how this is all shaking down. It's very concerning. It really is. That's the jam, dude. Yo, big shout out to Vault this morning for the 2 gifty subs, dude. Thanks, my friend. Appreciate it, buddy. And I don't think I shouted this out on the 22nd, but Marcy, dude, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Marcy. And Asta Boy for the follow this morning, man. Appreciate it. It's always good to be back after the weekly, the day off on Wednesday. So I'm excited to
now that we're friends
crappers,
again,
dude.
Is it okay if I pet you?
Is it okay if I pet you,
dude?
I mean, you are a ferret. Is it okay if I pet you?
7 just resubscribed for 13 months.
You little fluffy noodle. Thanks, buddy. Ferret was waiting until we transitioned over into this scene here. He's like, all right, pop it, let's go. Thanks very much also, Ferret, for the 13-month resubby, dude. You guys are awesome, man. I hope everybody's having a great holiday time, man. And again, I'll just let everybody know that I wasn't planning on taking any time off for New Year's, but that has changed. I am taking New Year's Day off. Only New Year's Day, though. The 31st, we will stream. The 2nd, we will stream. I'm just taking the 1st off to spend time with my wife and kids, man. My wife got the day off, so we're gonna relax and enjoy just a chill day together because we didn't get a lot of just chill time together during the holiday break I took during like the Christmas time. So just know that's coming, okay? Oh man, you're crazy, brother. There's been a ton of support, dude. This community is amazing. So let me just throw this out there and say thanks to everybody. There's been there's always a lot of support in this community for everybody, from everybody, for just being an awesome, engaging, cool place for people to hang out. And I would always prompt more people, if you're watching this, whether it be live or as a VOD later on, because I do try to make sure that the majority of our content does get put onto Twitch as highlights, as well as on the YouTube channel as well. So whether it be the video gaming news stuff or playthroughs we've done of the games we play, or funny clips and highlights, all that stuff, we're always looking for more people to become a part of what we do. You know, video games brings us together. Obviously, that's what we're all passionate about. We enjoy video games. We play a lot of video games together in here as well, but we try to promote a community of wholesomeness, taking care of one another, a legitimate community of people that care. You know, be inclusive, welcoming, accepting, civil. You know, we don't always have to believe the same thing. We don't have to. We can agree to disagree, but we can do it in a civil way. You know, try to be void of toxicity and just have a good time hanging out together and stuff. So if you can dig that, dude, come be a part of what we do when we are live 6 days a week, 6 a.m. CST, roughly 6 a.m. CST CDT if I can get my butt out of bed, and we go for, you know, roughly 8 or 9 hours most days. And we always start off with video gaming news, like we're kind of transitioning out of right now, and then we play games for the rest of the day, like we're about to do as soon as I finish this segue out of our video gaming news segment. So again, big shout out everybody that's part of this community. You guys have been super generous, and you always are, but there's been an exponential amount of increased generosity here lately, just to all of the community, to myself, a lot of gift subs and things like that. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for all the generosity that's been shown, especially here lately. So to anybody that's been you know, doing that kind of stuff, thank you very, very much. And to anybody that might have garnered a gift sub or something from one of our community members, please reach out, shoot them a message maybe, and just say thank you. You know, that would be a really nice thing to do. So we are going to go ahead and work our way into playing Baldur's Gate 3 for the rest of the day. I'm going to run us our normal little outro here to kind of be finished with video gaming news, but we will be back with more news, video gaming news, tomorrow for December 29th. But until then, man, you guys stay healthy, stay safe, be kind, and I will be right back after this outro runs, and we will start playing games. All right.